Alright, here we go. This is the water and gasoline test. We're burning 4:1 water to gasoline, and I've made a few changes to my GEET reactor from test 1. The first big change was the assembly. I've now got the air mix valve, this one here, up at this end of the reactor. Before, the T was down here and I was mixing fresh air at the bottom. Not sure if that makes a difference, but I've seen it both ways. We'll see if this works better. I also changed my reactor pipe, which is the intake pipe. It used to be Schedule 40 plumbing, which has an ID of 5/8 of an inch. This one is black iron, which has an ID of 9/16. Benefit there is the clearance around the rod is going to be 1/32 of an inch all the way around, or a difference of 1/16 inch between 9/16 and the 1/2 reactor rod, and that gives me a clearance of 0.03125, which is in range of the recommendation of 30 to 35 thousandths of an inch. So, I also added a little sausage muffler here. It's not really necessary because this is pretty quiet once the exhaust goes through all this piping. And the last tank was another big change as well, which I'll show you a little video on how that was done. Here's my new fuel can. This is made out of ABS pipe with a cap on one end, and this is another cap, threaded one for the top end. I've drilled it for 1/4 nipples and put these street elbows on it, so the exhaust and intake attach there, and the exhaust is my bubbler line with the pot scrubber on the bottom of it. The previous tank, it wasn't rigid enough, so it kept getting completely collapsed whenever the engine ran, and it turned my fuel a rather putrid color. The water at the bottom here is not a big shock, but the shade of yellow that this thing turned is a bit of a worry. Maybe it's just because the engine was dirty, and further testing will prove whether or not they're going to continue turning the fuel that color. As long as I can keep the gas from splashing up through the fuel line, which this nice tall tank is going to do for me, maybe the gas won't turn color. Testing today will prove that. Here goes the inaugural test of watered down gasoline. There's 400 mils of water on the left and 100 mils of fresh gas on the right. And my tank, which is obviously empty. So here we go. I think we're beyond watching me drink the water. But it is water, it's clearly not gas, because look at the color difference. Alright, there we go. Let's see if this works out. Now we find out. Whoopsie. Now we find out if this is going to work. Oh, getting somewhere.